Hello there folks, this is Ferenj on board again, this time with a video on the idea of meaning. Now I have another video previously done on this topic and it's actually quite long and I still feel proud about that, but as of late I've been starting to have several little epiphanies in which, like I have some certain things, and as I said, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this channel is a channel in which I will keep sharing every little bit of wisdom that I gather because, well, I don't have anything to do with it besides use it, but since everything is temporary in this life, I just prefer making sure that by the time I perish, nothing remains unshared, so to speak. The topic of today's video is again the idea of meaning, and the idea that came to my mind, and I kind of amused myself. For a while I've been seeing a lot of things that told me that I am not in a way original to myself. I mean, not original, but I am not genuine to myself. And I've been wondering, like, well, I don't spend time with others that much. I kind of function on my own principles, and you know I now it seems that like I have been losing more and more interest in literally everything. Like, people aren't any more important to me, and I think I'm actually starting to enjoy this more and more. And like the little charades that people would do, and their little happiness or so-called happiness is no longer of importance to me. So I came up with an idea that kind of struck me today, and like usually nothing moves me or like has me uh, behave in a certain way like other people would probably shocked to me. It's like, okay, a new bit of information, a new bit of wisdom. At times I might feel actually impressed, but those times are not that often. So what I came up today is the fact that you are nothing more than just the sum of the meanings that you have created for your life. And the previous video that I have created actually sums this up in a way. The point is that, well, whatever we create in life, we actually create through meaning, but when we give meaning to something, it's nothing else than our subjectivity. You see, I'm studying something which I call the mind code, which is actually the way the subconscious mind works. Now, this code actually works similar to programming, and well, programming is something that I believe belongs to the fourth dimension of ourselves, which is the limit in between the tangible or the physical and the non-physical. And well, if that actually didn't sound interesting enough, well, the cybernetic, okay? The cyber is, well, the limit between the tangible and the intangible. It's like coincidence enough. Now, the meaning of things that we create is basically nothing else than a sort of imprisonment. It is kind of a self-destruction button. The moment you give meaning to something, you use the most powerful words in the background. The most powerful words in the in the background, meaning subconsciously, the most powerful words are I am, because the moment when you use I am, literally everything that comes afterwards will trigger a series of, let's call them codes, okay, for the subconscious mind, and it will act based upon that. It will feed the conscious mind with the instructions needed. So when you say I am bad, well, your conscious mind will be fed with such ideas and the necessary coding to look for further evidence, because that's how the mind works. Whenever you believe something, it's, well, nothing else than some code that works. Now, when you believe something, it means you accept things without fighting against them, without questioning things, so you're not using your discerning mind, which is kind of the greatest gift that we have in this life. If you're not using your discerning mind, well, unfortunately you are easily becoming a slave to other things. If you don't fight for something that you would like, okay, if you don't represent something, okay, that would really have some real meaning, again, this is something that I really want to accentuate, you'll easily fall for everything else. Like, think about people who always watch the news. They watch the news and, well, they accept everything. When you accept something, you say, I am accepting this, okay, I am accepting and embracing this limitation, okay, because the moment when you give meaning to something, it's what I can actually funnily speak and call a constipation of consciousness and awareness. Because you see, when you accept a meaning, okay, it's like a shackle. And as I said in a previous video, when you have a chain is, well, it all depends on you what you do with it. You can simply chain yourself, you can chain someone else, or you can leave it there. Irrespective of how you use it, the simple point is simple. As usual, it still remains a chain. But it remains a chain only because you give it that importance, you give it that meaning. It is still gonna be the same object irrespective of how you call it. Like, try calling it a tree instead, and see for yourself. Does it change its shape? No, because it simply disregards your meaning. The meaning is nothing else than a temptation of control. The conscious mind can get parasited by a lot of things, and well, not necessarily this and not only this, but usually not necessarily this. It always seeks control, and whatever you seek in this universe will actually represent you and most likely will seek you back. If you seek control, you'll also be sought by things that also seek control, and well, parasites of different dimensions can actually, well, embody us, and no one is free of these parasites. So if you don't believe me on this, well, you could try seeing some of my previous videos, but well, everyone is free to believe what they want. I'm not here to impose my things on others. So the point of meaning is that you are what you accept, nothing else, okay? To greater levels there might be more than that, but just look at the people around you, and based on the things they do and based on the things that they accept, if you become introspective enough, or are already, you will see that they are nothing more than the meaning that they embrace. Because the moment you accept meaning, you simply embrace that thing or idea in something that forces it to be just that. The moment people the moment people embrace meaning is they become exclusivist. That thing is exclusive only to those ideas of theirs. There is nothing else that they will ever accept about that. That is how fanatics are created. That is why for people who are devoted to something, words and such are not important. Like for example, I am devoted in a way to programming, even if at times I might feel down, but I am simply devoted to it. I don't care how you call them classes or methods or whatever. Like, I'm interested in finding out how the code works, because it is very similar to mind code, and actually I've seen a lot of similarities. Now I feel I can read people even better by knowing some slight programming, because I can apply some of those tactics to understanding mind code even better. Of course, it has much more deeper levels than I know at the moment, but everything keeps evolving. So hope you liked this video. The point is, I'm trying to make very short videos for people, because I also might think that, when people find the videos that I usually create 20-30 minutes, I usually speak about several other things at the same time, so like it gives a more overall meaning rather than just the idea of the title. But I'm interested in creating simple videos in which I deliver only the idea, and if people need to know more, they can actually do it for themselves. One thing we have to understand is we are not here to save people. I'm here just to share things with people. If they don't believe them, I'm okay with that. If they do believe them, well, I'm also okay with that. But I also urge people not to believe what I say. That would be imperative in a way, because I want people to use their discerning mind. We're all here to understand our own realities, and I will create a video on reality, but so much for now. Well, if you like this type of content, feel free to keep watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want, or at least share these things with others so that we help raise the awareness of the planet. Until next time, you are loved and appreciated. Ferenc on board signing out.